In this video, we want to talk about 5 things to do before you quit your job. 5 things to do before you quit your job, because many people had to quit their job and eventually they end up regretting that very action of theirs. And the truth is, it's something you can avoid. It is something that you can plan even before you exit your 9 to 5 job. So if you plan it very well, you are going to have a smooth sail. And so I want to talk about 5 things to do before you quit your job. You can be rest assured, I was once in that situation. It happened to me in 2017, so I'm talking from experience. So let us jump into it. 5 things to do. Number one is you need to know your why. Know your why. Which means, why do you want to quit your job? You need to define this. It is very important, because if you don't know your why, then your how becomes very fuzzy. Do you understand? You don't even know what to do. You are confused, because even if you have that energy, you are enthusiastic about it. Do you understand? In starting the business or in quitting your job so that you can start a business, I want to tell you that along the way, what will keep you going is your why. Is the reason why you quit the job in the first place. Do you understand? So that is why it is very important that you define your why. Why am I quitting my job? Is it because of freedom? I want more freedom? Or you want independence? You want to be free? You want to be independent? Or maybe because of the money. It could be for impact. Maybe the business you want to go and start, it to impact life. It could be to maximize your potential, depending on what you want to go and do. So this is very important that you define your why. Before you quit your job, define your why. Why am I quitting this job? Why am I exiting this job? Do you understand? It is very imperative that you know your why. Define your why. Don't just quit your job because you want to quit it. Because many regret doing this. Because of what? Because they fail to define their why. They fail to know their why. And eventually, when you don't know your why, you can't figure out your how to run the business, how to get customers, because you don't even know the reason why you are starting the business in the first place, why you are quitting your job to start a business in the first place. So number one is know your why. What is number two? Number two is that you test the waters. You test the waters. Whatever business you want to go and start, do you understand? You need to first of all do what? Test it. Don't quit your job and go and start just to go and start the business anew, afresh. While you are still working at that job, begin to do the business part-time. Do you understand? Maybe when you close by 5, after closing by 5, then you do what? Then you go and start the business. You go and market the business. You sell the business. You begin to sell to customers. Do you understand? Please, it is important. Test the waters. Don't say because you have an idea and the next thing is for you to go and quit your job because you have an idea when you have not tested the idea. It is very important that you test that business even while you are still on the job. Test it on weekends. Maybe you want to start baking, for instance. You want to start a bakery business. Run a couple of tests. See the demand. Do you understand? Do your viability study. Do your feasibility study. Is it doable? Is this something that is profitable? Test the waters. It is while you are still on the job that you can do that one. Don't quit your job and expect that, okay, things will work out fine. No. Eventually, when you are doing it part-time, you will know whether it's going to work or not. So don't quit your job. Don't quit your job without first testing the water. Number 3 is that learn how to sell. It is very important. Learn how to sell. If you hear that somebody is a business owner, being a business owner means you are selling something. It means you are selling something. Either you are selling a product or you are selling a service. So if you don't know how to sell, why do you want to quit your job? So it is important that you should know how to sell even while you are still on that job of yours. That's why I usually tell people, when you know how to make money for your boss, you will learn how to make money for yourself. So learn how to sell your boss products, the products your boss is selling, or the service your boss is selling. In the process, you are learning how to sell for yourself, because when you quit the job, then you begin to sell your own products well. Because you have done it for someone, you already have a track record in selling. Don't quit your job without knowing how to sell. Starting a business means you know how to sell, because it's all about selling something. Do you understand? It is not charity. It is selling. Selling, selling, selling. Do you understand? So that's the number 3 thing you need to do. Know how to sell before you quit your job. What is number 4? Discuss it with your spouse. Discuss with your spouse or your family, whichever. Maybe you are single. Family members that you know can support you. Don't just go ahead. Don't forget that you will need support systems. You will need people to encourage you along the way. Do you understand? So please, you need the support of your spouse. If you are married, if you are single, you need the support of maybe your siblings, maybe your parents, so that in case something happens, do you understand? Nobody plans for it, but contingencies usually do happen. Do you understand? So you need to plan for contingencies, and one of those is by discussing the matter with your spouse, with your family members, especially those that you know that will support the vision. I'm not talking about the naysayers. There are some people, the moment you tell them, they will tell you no. I'm not talking about the naysayers. I'm talking about those who will support your business, who will support your vision, and will even give you advice. We even advise you on what to do, on the best to do, on how best to do it, I meant to say. Do you understand? So, discuss with your spouse, discuss with your family members, if you are, especially the ones that will support you. What is the 5th thing? It is, you should have a commitment strategy. Commitment strategy. And not an exit strategy. Exit strategy. A major mistake many people make when going into business is that they have an exit strategy. In case the business does not work, then I will quickly exit. I will quit the business. Please, before you quit your job to start a business, make sure you have a commitment strategy. This helps your mind. This helps your focus. Do you understand? It helps your focus. Okay, I will be committed to it. Don't say because you want to quit your job, now you now have your own time, now you are now your own boss. That is not business. Do you understand? You will have to work more. You will have to do you are wearing so many hats. You will be the sweeper, you will be the cleaner, I meant to say, you will be the accountant, you will be the HR, you will be the manager, you will be the one you will be in operations, administrations, and so on and so forth. Do you understand? So you need a commitment strategy to be committed to this. Don't think of exit strategy in case it doesn't work. Don't have a plan B yet. It's just like somebody, I give you an example, somebody who is getting married and is already thinking of divorce. When you know you are already thinking of divorce, why are you going into the marriage? You should think of how the marriage will work, not an exit strategy, not divorce. So when you are going into business, before quitting your job, make sure, am I ready to be committed to this business? Am I ready to be committed? Before you quit your job, have a commitment strategy. Focus. It gives you focus. It helps you to exert your energy on that business. We call it the one thing, that is why it is your baby, it is your idea, and you have a commitment strategy that come what come way. As long as you have done your assignment well, by knowing your why, by testing the waters, by learning how to sell, by discussing with your spouse, then the last one is that you must have a commitment strategy. Because by testing the waters, you would have done feasibility study and viability study, which means, is this business doable? That's feasibility study. You have to go and research. Okay, people who are doing this business, is it doable for them? What are the challenges that they are facing? How do they overcome these challenges? The viability study means, is it profitable? So as long as you have done this, then you only need to come up with a commitment strategy. I think with this, I've been able to enlighten us especially those who are still on their 9 to 5 job now, on 5 things to do before you quit your job. Don't go ahead and quit your job all because you have an idea, or maybe because somebody gave you a capital, or maybe you have even saved up and you think the next thing is to quit your job. There are basic things you need to do before you quit your job. And I can tell you there are more than this. I can go ahead and give you like 15 things to do, but I just want to keep this video short. So if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly do by clicking on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we release a new video. And if you know that this video is going to help someone, kindly share. Till we meet in our next video, stay blessed.